Kennels. Our yard is based on the Grand Champion Outlaw, Grand Champion Niggerino Blood. We do use some different outs, and I will be describing those as I go through each dog and their pedigree. This is our first yard video, and it is October 14th, 2007. Stompanato is the main stud dog here at Old Glory Kennels. He is the tightest inbred son of Renegade alive. Renegade's father, Mountain Man's Bandit, was off of Grand Champion Outlaw, bred to RC and the Soso Boys, Molly. Grand Champion Outlaw was off of Finley's Champion Bo, bred to Crenshaw's Champion Polly, off of Champion Rascal, bred to Champion Honey Bunch. Molly was a double-bred granddaughter of Carver Stompanato. Carver Stompanato was 3 times Boudreaux's Eli in his 3rd generation. Renegade's mother, Kate Sasha, was off of Grand Champion Niggerino, bred to a daughter of Carver Stompanato. Stompy, as we call him's mother, Rennie, was off of Renegade to Dementia. Dementia was off of Bulldozer to Tamayo's Ripley. Bulldozer was off of Renegade, and Ripley was off of Kate's Rambo, son of Grand Champion Niggerino and Tamayo's Pandora, who was directly off of Townsend's Champion Red Rover, bred to Kate Sasha, Renegade's mother. When you do a CompuFed gene search on Stompy, it's 81.25% Renegade, 40% Mountain Man's Bandit, 44% Kate Sasha. He is also 26% Grand Champion Niggerino, 20% Grand Champion Outlaw, and 22% Boudreaux's Eli. Not only is Stompy's pedigree stacked, his production record speaks for itself. This is Pete. Pete is off of Renegade, bred to Patty. The last 2 breedings off of Renegade I took were to Patty, who was one of our foundation bitches. This makes Pete one of the youngest males off of Renegade alive. Patty was off of Tompkins Tudor, bred to Eve, a daughter of Mountain Man's Bandit, bred to Garner's Sasha, a littermate to Garner's Champion China Rose. Sasha was off of Champion Chinaman, bred to Garner's Zipper. Garner's Zipper was off of Grand Champion Niggerino and Kate Sasha, Renegade's mother. Pete's mother, Patty, is a proven producer, and not only does she produce, but her offspring also produce as well. You will see quite a few dogs in our yard with Patty and their pedigree. Pete has only been bred a few times, but is following in his parents' footsteps as a very good producer. We do have pups off of him occasionally, and he is that stud here at Old Glory Kennels. This is Blazer. He is off of Champion Bosun, bred to Red Rover's Glowbug. Champion Bosun was off of Pate's Bow, off of the well-known Steel Fire's Patty, the Road Warrior's Booger breeding. Bosun's mother, Cinnamon, was a line-bred Patrick and Old Family Red-Nosed Cross. Blazer's mother, Glowbug, was off of Stompanato, bred to Crook. Crook was the other foundation bitch of Old Glory Kennels. Crook's father, Niggerino III, was off of Renegade to Ripley, and her mother, Catfish, was off of Renegade's brother, Gunther, bred to Barracuda. Off of Renegade, bred to Lucifer's sister Piranha, a double granddaughter of Grand Champion Niggerino. We were very happy to be able to acquire Blazer back after he was originally sold as a puppy. He has 78 AADR confirmation show points and did receive Best Male at an AADR show. Blazer is that stud, and we'll see a couple pups off of him further in this video. This is Kid. Kid is around 7 months old and is off of Stompanato, bred to Niggerina, who you will see a little bit later in this video. Niggerina is off of Creeper, an inbred son of Champion Cowboy, bred to Crook. He is one of 3 pups that we kept off of this breeding. He is over 50% Renegade and over 22% Grand Champion Niggerino. He is a tight-bred male with the potential to be a good producer when he gets older. We have high hopes for him in the future. This is Sadie. She is off of Garner and Sexton's Hickory Stick, a double grandson of Frisco, bred to a bitch named Rebel Rogue. Rebel Rogue is a granddaughter of Garner's Champion Rebel Yell and Garner's Champion Hickory T. Sadie is a super line-bred Champion Chinaman and Frisco female. She is over 47% Champion Chinaman and over 46% Frisco on a CompuPed gene search. She is a fantastic little dog who we were very happy to get from our friends Jerome and Susie Smith. We will be breeding her to Stompanato on her next heat. This should produce some fantastic dogs. Sadie also has AADR show points. This is Lobo. He is off the last inbred breeding done with Champion Cowboy. Champion Cowboy was off of Ratless Gus, bred to Champion Calamity Jane. Ratless Gus was off of Crenshaw's Homer and Garrett's Lark. Homer was off of Champion Otis, bred to Champion Honey Bunch, and Lark was off of Jeep, bred to his sister Kate, off Finley's Champion Bo, bred to Champion Honey Bunch. Calamity Jane Sire was off of Black Bart, off of Mountain Man's Bandit, bred to a daughter of Jeep. And her mother was off of Long's Weirdo and Garner's Ronnie, a double granddaughter of Honey Bunch. Lobo's mother, Galadriel, was off a champion cowboy, bred to Terry, a double granddaughter of Renegade, with champion Sadie and Tiger Lil as the out. Lobo also has AADR show points. This is Clyde. He is a very high-strung young male who hardly can ever stand still. He is off of Hellraiser, off of Willie, bred to Dixie. Willie is one of the tightest bred Jeep dogs alive today, off of Long's Abe, an inbred son of Jeep, bred to Flossie too, a double granddaughter of Jeep. Dixie was off of Hollingsworth Paper Jr., bred to Tiger Lil. Clyde's mother, Frederica, who you will see later in this video, is off of champion Jake the Snake, a double-bred termite dog, bred to a bitch off of Willie, bred to Patty. Patty was one of our foundation dogs. You will see quite a number of dogs off of her on this video. Patty was off of Tompkins Tudor and Eve, off of Mountain Man's Bandit, bred to Garner Sasha, off a champion Chinaman, bred to Zipper, a daughter of Grand Champion Niggerino and Kate Sasha. Kate Sasha, of course, was Renegade's mother. This is Maynard. He is a littermate brother to Kid, who you saw a few minutes ago. He is also off of Stompanotta, bred to Niggerina, off of Creeper to Crook. We are very excited about this litter and kept 2 males and 1 female. You will see the female Black Belle in a few minutes. Maynard is approximately 6 months old here and weighs approximately 30 pounds. He is a very energetic dog on the chain, however, it is very hot today and it shows on this video. This is Striker. Striker's father is Pete, who you just saw, off of Renegade, bred to Patty. Striker's mother, Black Freddy, was off of Stompanoto, bred to Frederica, a daughter of champion Jake the Snake and a bitch off of Patty, Pete's mother. The Stompanoto to Frederica breeding produced very well, and we just repeated that breeding. Striker is a little over a year old and a very well-acting dog, full of energy. He will be going to his new home in Mississippi in just a couple weeks. This is Niggerina, and Niggerina is off a Creeper, bred to Crook. She is one of the most active dogs in the yard. Her father, Creeper, was an inbred son of champion Cowboy. Creeper's mother, Little Bits, was off of Cowboy, bred to Ditch Witch, who was off of Bulldozer, a son of Renegade, bred to Wade's champion Sadie. Ditch Witch was a full littermate sister to Crazy Size champion Nino. Niggerina's mother, Crook, was one of our other foundation bitches. She was off of Niggerina 3, off of Renegade to Ripley, bred to Catfish, off of Gunther, Renegade's brother, bred to Barracuda. Barracuda was off of Renegade, bred to Lucifer's sister Piranha. Niggerina is the mother to Maynard and Kid. You will see her daughter Black Belle in a few minutes. Niggerina is one of our favorite dogs on the yard, and we believe she will be as good of a producer as her mother Crook. This is Copperhead. He is off of DOA's Grand Champion Virgil and Champion Layla. Virgil's production record speaks for itself, and Champion Layla was off of 2 proven producers. Lucifer, a double grandson to Grand Champion Niggerino, and Bay State's Miss Prance. When Bay State bred Miss Prance to Lucifer, this produced a very high percentage litter. There was Champion Layla and also Grand Champion Grip. Copperhead has only been bred around 5 times, but has produced very well. He produced a champion when bred to a tight yellowbred bitch, and when he was bred to Varmint, who you will see later in this video, he produced some first-class dogs with fantastic structure that have been successfully shown in the conformation ring. This is Black Belle. She is off of Stompanoto, an inbred son of Renegade, bred to Niggerina, whose father is an inbred son of champion Cowboy. Black Belle is a full sister to Kid Maynard, who you just saw. She is bred fantastic and has awesome structure. We are hoping we will be able to hit some dog shows in the spring with her. She is over 50% Renegade and over 22% Grand Champion Niggerino. We are planning on breeding her to her father Creeper when she comes in heat. This is Samantha. She is off one of the last litters off of Champion Cowboy. Her mother Queenie was off of Pizza Man's Champion Sammy, bred to Ragged's Dynasty. Dynasty was off of Peak's Jerry Lee, a double grandson to Crenshaw's Champion Gator. Dynasty's mother Limerick was an inbred daughter of Crenshaw's Grand Champion Blackjack. Blackjack was off of Crenshaw's Champion Gator, bred to Crenshaw's Black Girl. Samantha was bred to Stompanoto, and we have heard very good feedback on how they are doing. Samantha is a very active dog and has kind of dug out her chain spot racing back and forth playing with the other dogs. This is Isabel. She is off a Stompanato bred to Blackbird. Blackbird is off a Renegade bred to Patty. Isabel is over 65% Renegade on a CompuPed gene search. This is the tightest Renegade breeding done since Stompanato himself. Isabel is over 39% Mountain Man's Bandit and over 36% Kate Sasha. She is also over 22% Niggerino and over 19% Grand Champion Outlaw. We are very proud of this breeding. Isabel is one of the sweetest dogs on the yard. She was raised in the house, and even though she does have that tenacious terrier attitude, when you sit on her spot, she will crawl right up in your lap. That is one of the best qualities I look for in a pit bull. This is Caroline. She's off of Pete Renegade to Patty, bred to Crook. This makes her over 34% Mountain Man's Bandit and over 33% Kate Sasha. And she is actually over 26% Grand Champion Niggerino, which is very high considering a direct grandson of Niggerino would be 25%. We particularly like this breeding because Patty and Crook were our two foundation females. Caroline is bred to be a great producer and will be bred her next heat. Unfortunately, Caroline got bit up very badly by what we think was a black widow yesterday, and that's why she has those marks on her. This is Rampage. We cannot say enough about this male. We are very happy to have been able to acquire him back from our friend Angelo in North Carolina. He is off a Stompanato bred to Lacey. Lacey was a double granddaughter of La Mugre off a Champion Cowboy bred to Crook. Rampage is around 20 months old here and weighs approximately 45 pounds. He is a very strong and powerful dog. Rampage is a perfect example of the type of dog Stompanato is producing. He has fantastic structure and a very outgoing personality. We actually plan on repeating the litter between Stompanato and Lacey on our next heat because of how phenomenal this first breeding turned out. This is Gus. Gus is a double-bred grandson of Champion Cowboy. His grandmother, Black Ripley, on his top side was off a Lambert's Champion Weed bred to Sweet Pea off of Renegade to Ripley. Gus's grandmother on his bottom side was Little Rose off a Champion Weed bred to Casino off of Crenshaw's Grand Champion Blackjack bred to Crenshaw's Donna. Champion Weed was off a Cowboy bred to Newt off of Renegade and Ripley. Basically, Gus's whole pedigree is Cowboy, Renegade, Ripley, with Grand Champion Blackjack as the out. Gus is a rugged and powerful dog. He probably weighs around 50 pounds here on the chain. He has a very strong will as one of the more active males on the yard. We look forward to him joining our stud force in a few more years. This is CJ. CJ is one of the best structured males on the yard. His conformation is perfection, and we look forward to showing him at both ADBA and AADR shows. CJ is off of Creeper, an inbred son of Champion Cowboy bred to Glowbug. Glowbug is also the mother of Blazer, who you saw earlier on this tape. This makes CJ and Blazer half-brothers. An interesting note, Glowbug was off of the first breeding I ever did with Stompanato. Glowbug's mother, Crook, was a very quiet, well-natured dog who always stood very well for a male to breed. Stompanato did not have any desire to breed a female. The reason I was able to buy Stompanato was his breeder was unable to get him to breed. Fortunately, I had Crook and a lot of patience, and once he was bred, it was no longer a problem. And now, Stompanato is the best producing renegade dog alive today. Kate is an inbred daughter of Champion Cowboy with the out being Crook. You will see her mother, La Negra, in just a few minutes. She has fantastic conformation and structure and took first place at the 2005 AADR Nationals under Tom Garner. She just had a litter of 9 pups off of Stompanato and turned out to be a fantastic mother. This was the first time an inbred daughter of Champion Cowboy was bred to Stompanato, an inbred son of Renegade. We were a little worried because she is such a hyper dog, but she raised all 9 with no problems. She is over 35% Champion Honey Bunch. We look forward to her producing some awesome dogs for us. Her conditioned weight for the conformation ring would be around 38 pounds. This is Stormy. Stormy is off a Stompanato bred to Blackbird, off a Renegade to Patty. She is a very well-acting young dog and has fantastic conformation. She is a full sister to Isabel, who you saw a little bit earlier. Again, Isabel and Stormy are off the tightest Renegade breeding done since Stompanato himself. Stormy is over 22% Niggerino and over 19% Grand Champion Outlaw. We also co-own the only male out of this litter, Raven, with our good friends Anarchy Kennels in Kentucky. Stormy was recently sold as a foundation bitch and will be going to her new home soon. The new owner of Stormy opted to have her bred to Blazer before she left. This breeding should produce some exceptional puppies. This is Lacey. Lacey is a double granddaughter of Red Rover's La Mugre. Her father was off of Wrangler, a double grandson of Champion Cowboy bred to La Mugre off of Champion Cowboy bred to Crook. Her mother, Baby Precious, was off of a dog named Charlie off of Hannibal and Hidden Hollow's Champion Dusty. Hannibal was a son of Lucifer and Red Menace off of Long's Weirdo and Lucifer's sister Mean Jolene. Champion Dusty was a double granddaughter of Renegade. Dusty's mother, Newt, off of Renegade and Ripley. Newt also produced Champion Weed off of Champion Cowboy. Lacey is the mother to Rampage, who you saw a little bit earlier. We were very happy to be able to acquire her back in the last year. The breeding between her and Stompanato will be repeated her next heat. This is Baby Precious, the mother to Lacey, who you just saw. Baby Precious is a very rugged, intense female who looks like a male rather than a female. Baby Precious is an exceptional dog like her mother La Mugre and also a very good producer. La Mugre was a full sister to Vader off of Champion Cowboy bred to Crook. Her father Charlie was an exceptional dog off of Hannibal bred to Hidden Hollow's Champion Dusty. Champion Dusty was a double granddaughter of Renegade. We look forward to breeding Baby Precious to Stompanato on her next heat. This breeding should produce some phenomenal dogs. Genetically, they will be over 50% Renegade and over 25% Grand Champion Niggerino. Baby Precious should be in heat in the spring, and we plan on keeping a male and a female off of this breeding. This is Champion Bosun. I can't say enough about this dog. He is off of Pate's Beau, who was off of the famous Steelfire's Patty and Road Warrior's Booger breeding. Bosun's father was a litter mate to Grand Champion Shotzi, Grand Champion Hurricane Hugo, and Champion Honey. Bosun's mother Cinnamon was off of Vice Grip's Poncho bred to Red Angel. Bosun is basically Jeep Red Boy Rascal on top and Patrick on the bottom. Bosun only produced 3 litters, and all of those breedings produced exceptional dogs. Champion Bosun is an ADBA champion and an AADR champion. He has also won overall treadmill winner at AADR shows, plus numerous Judges' Choice trophies. He always put on quite a show in the conformation ring, showing off his fiery, alert terrier attitude, which so many judges love to see. As an AADR judge myself, the attitude of the dog being shown is one of the most important things to me. You want an alert dog who shows his confidence in the ring. Bosun is almost 11 now and is starting to show his age. He can no longer produce, but we are very happy to have his son Blazer following in his father's footsteps. This is Frederica. Frederica is off of Champion Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake was a double grandson of Champion Termite. Frederica's mother, Buck 50, was off of Willie bred to Patty. Again, you see Patty showing up in the pedigree. Willie is off of Long's A bred to Flossie 2. Long's A was an inbred son of Crenshaw's Champion Jeep. House Flossie 2 was a double granddaughter to Jeep. I was very happy to be able to acquire Buck 50 from my friend Ike in Pittsburgh after he had done the breeding with Champion Jake the Snake. Frederica is a phenomenal female and one of the best producers on the yard. You saw her son Clyde off of her and Hellraiser a little bit earlier on the video. She just came off pups off of Stompanato. This is a repeat breeding, and you will see her pups in just a little bit. This is La Negra. She is a full sister to Vader and La Mugre off of the repeat breeding. She is a very good mother and has produced some very exceptional pups. La Negra would do very well in the show ring, and her conditioned weight would be around 36 pounds. She also will be bred to Stompanato on her next heat. These pups will be 50% Renegade, the same as a direct daughter or son off of Renegade. This breeding should produce the total package dog. They should have the ability to be shown successfully and also the ability to produce. This is Champion Varmint. Varmint is almost 9 years old now. She is also an ADBA champion and an AADR champion. She received Best Opposite Sex at the 2005 ADBA Nationals in Chicago. Her conformation is flawless. Varmint's father was off of Mountain Man's Bandit, bred to Durham's Jeepette, a daughter of Jeep. Varmint's mother was an inbred daughter of Lucifer, with the out on the bottom being House Flossie 2. Flossie 2 was a double granddaughter to Jeep off of Long's Weirdo and Garrett's Flossie. Varmint is bred right now to Straight Up's Willie, who is one of the tightest bred Jeep dogs alive. Willie is off of Long's A, bred to Flossie 2. Pups off this breeding will be over 48% Crenshaw's Champion Jeep. They will also be over 32% Honey Bunch and over 28% Finley's Champion Beau. Finley's Champion Beau was, of course, Grand Champion Outlaw's father, so these pups will tie in beautifully to anything on our yard. The structure on these pups should also be impeccable. I really want to thank Emily from Straight Up Kennels for making this breeding happen. This is Omen. Omen is a heavily bred Grand Champion Outlaw and Grand Champion Niggerino female. Omen is off of Stampinato, bred to Death Star. Death Star's father, Vader, was off a Champion Cowboy bred to Crook. Her mother, Meg, was off a Wrangler bred to La Mugre, Vader's full sister. This makes Omen's mother, Death Star, 50% Champion Cowboy. Omen is a very active dog with a lot of energy. We probably should have named her Black La Mugre because she has all the tenacious traits of her grandmother. We can't say enough about this little dog. She also looks more like a male than a female. She is very rugged with a very large head for a bitch. She will be bred to Pete in the near future and also back to her father, Stompinato. We expect great things out of this little Omen dog. This is Black Lilith. Black Lilith is off of Garcia's Buzzard bred to Tika. Buzzard was a double-bred grandson of Renegade. Tika's father was off a Champion Cowboy bred to Wildfire. Her mother, Rue, was a double granddaughter of Champion Cowboy and was one of my best-producing bitches at one time. Rue's father was Crazy Size Mo-Man off of Champion Cowboy. And her mother, D.W. Sasha, was off a Champion Cowboy bred to Honey off of Townsend's Champion Red Rover bred to Kate Sasha, Renegade's mother. Black Lilith is a first-class female and a fantastic producer. She will also be bred her next heat to Stompinato. She is a very high-strung female, just like her mother, Tika. We are very happy to own her. This is Magnolia. She is off of Rocco, who was off of Renegade's brother Outlaw, bred to Oso Reno, off of Townsend's Champion Red Rover, bred to Townsend's Niggerino bitch. Champion Red Rover was a double grandson of Grand Champion Niggerino, and Niggerino bitch was a direct daughter of Niggerino. Magnolia's mother is Patty. Patty again was one of our best producing bitches on the yard. Patty's father, Tompkins Tudor, produced a very good dog named Predator when bred to Magnolia's grandmother, Oso Reno. Magnolia is a great dog and is the only female we currently own directly off of Patty. We recently bred her to Blazer, and you will see a few of her pups in a little bit. This is Casper. Casper is off a Champion Voodoo, off a Straight Up's Willie, bred to Rennie, Stompinato's mother. Casper's mother, Little Booger, is off a Champion Bosa and bred to Casino, a daughter of Grand Champion Blackjack and Donna. We love the way this dog is bred. He is over 28% Crenshaw's Champion Jeep. This dog is awesome and we can't say enough about him. We look forward to breeding him in the future to some of our heavy-bred renegade dogs. I had a hell of a time getting the dogs that were not on chains to stand still for this video, which you will see. This is Black Cat, off of Vader, bred to Black Ripley, off of Champion Wheat and Sweet Pea, off of Renegade and Ripley. Black Cat is over 28% Renegade and over 25% Ripley. We see this Renegade-Ripley combination in so many great producers in our dogs' pedigrees. Black Cat is also over 37.5% Champion Cowboy and over 23% Grand Champion Niggerino. Black Cat probably weighs around 27 pounds and is the smallest dog on the yard. She was bred once to Pete and produced 9 pups that we have heard excellent feedback on. We look forward to breeding her to some outcrossed males in the future. These are the Stompanato to Frederica pups. They are a little over 4 weeks old. We always bring in the female to have their puppies. We find that the temperature is more controlled and comfortable for both the mother and the pups. The pups also get more socialized, and because we keep the puppy and dam's environment so clean, we have not had one case of mastitis since moving here. These are pups off of Blazer bred to Magnolia. They are about 3 months old. We are very excited about this breeding. Their father Blazer is off of Champion Bosun and Glowbug, and their mother Magnolia is off of Rocco bred to Patty. The dogs in this pedigree are some of our favorites, and we look forward to seeing these puppies grow up. These are the Stompanato to Kate pups, and they are approximately 6 weeks old here in this video. We give all of our pups exceptional care. We start worming them at 2 weeks and continue every other week until 4 months old. We also begin vaccinating them at 4 weeks with ProGuard 5 by Intervet and vaccinate them every 2 weeks until they are 12 weeks old. We do not breed, raise, or sell any of our pups or dogs for any illegal activity. We place each puppy at a home where we believe they will excel to their highest potential. We encourage new owners to show their dogs in ADBA and AADR sanctioned dog shows. These shows are one of the only positive things that the general public sees these dogs involved in. All of our pups are ADBA and AADR registered, and we will be happy to answer any questions to anyone wanting to become involved with showing their dog on the Conformation show ring.